Warning.
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 Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey, my friend, Paul here, Cloughy to you. Just a little addition to the newsletter. I wanted to do two things. And the first is a little bit repeating what I put into the actual email newsletter. I'm currently going through themes for the year, and I'd love your help. So if you have any issues that you'd like to, maybe are curious about, maybe want to understand a little bit more about it, or processes that we could use, that would be awesome. If there's some issues that you're having and you'd like to know more about that and the processes that we could use for that, that would be awesome if you could let me know those two. They're all going to be anonymous, by the way. So it's just for me to get to muse and think and create for the things that are going to stimulate you. I can do it myself, but I love your help. And so anything you can give me, so any of those syndromes that you might want to look at, is it more about anxiety, confidence, or is it just taking responsibility or our success? Or what particular part of personal development and your growth would you like to explore? And come with me. And I can bring you mine and you can show me yours, as they say. So I'd love that if you could respond to that email. And it's feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. And just say, hey, Cloughy, what about this as a subject? I'd be interested. And if there's anything particular in that, more specific, please add it. And as I say, totally anonymous, so no names, nothing like that. Just gives me the direction that you want to go in. Now, what I really wanted to say was, I talk so much about anchoring, and talking about it without showing you can be quite difficult. And I always say finger and thumb together like that. When we anchor something, what is an anchor? Let's start there first. An anchor, stimulus and response. We get stimulated and respond in a particular way. Pavlov's dogs, they used to have a bell and then drip their saliva because they wanted to eat, because it was linked to, the bell was linked to eating. We have the same. We will have music that will, when we hear it, we don't know why sometimes, but we get sad and we get happy because it takes us back to a time in our lives where we were that particular emotion, and it's triggered. That emotion is triggered to that particular stimulus, and that stimulus would be audio. And we can do it with touch. And I always say we go think of a time when you were the emotion you would like to have, positive one. Think of that time, specific time, go back to that particular memory, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and as you feel that feeling, when it gets so right, squeeze a finger and thumb. And that's an anchor, a finger and thumb. But then I thought to myself, and I'm going to go a bit deeper on this, why do we do this way? Because it's a little bit, that's very big, isn't it? I have more subtle ones. My subtle ones are just little pads inside here, or I might do it with a client on a shoulder, or maybe some knuckles. But we do it this way because when we're teaching a group of practitioners, we want to teach them one way that works. Because if they all got to choose their own individual ones, no, choose what works so you understand the principle of anchoring. So you get that emotion. You squeeze and finger and thumb. This now will trigger that feeling in the future. So without having that feeling, you'll be able to go, I just want to be a bit more confident. Where's my confidence, for my anchor for confidence? And you'll squeeze it and you go, now I'm there. And I want to talk a lot more about this, how we can use anchoring. But I wanted just to explain to you, it can be anything. It can be anything. It can be auditory. Music you hear, the tone of a voice. It can be visual. Someone's face, something you see. It can be just a feeling. Kinesthetic. It can be taste and smell. Smell is the biggest anchor in the whole wide universe, because you smell something and immediately you'll go back to that time. Maybe there's that perfume, that one particular perfume. Oh, I'm back with that person again. Or maybe it's that cooking. of that one particular dish and you go back to that kitchen with the person who was cooking and it feels so good. Okay, they work in reverse sometimes. But hey, we're talking about the good stuff, but we're going to talk about it all. But I just wanted to explain to you what an anchor is in very brief terms so you can see it visually. An anchor is feel the feeling, squeeze your finger and thumb. But it could be squeeze your little finger and thumb. Could be just squeeze that little pad because then you've got more of them. Could be my son, when I first taught him to have an anchor before he became the wonderful person he is in this personal development world, he got nervous and he used to blush and he was going to an interview. So I got him to anchor in coolness. And instead of doing this and this, he would do it with a crossed finger because that is more subtle. It could be hidden in your pocket. It can be, well, you don't even notice it when you've got your hands together like that. And he went to this interview. He felt himself starting to blush and get hot. He just fired that anchor off. And he said, I could even feel the breeze that cooled me down that wasn't in the room. I felt just so cool, so relaxed. So that's how powerful it is. And I think that got Joseph, that's Joseph Clough, my youngest son, to be the most, he's got millions of downloads now on the internet through all his podcasts, his mastermind groups, part I do coaching for and I talk about occasionally. Awesome. Have a look at him, josephclough.com, or just search Joseph Clough and you'll find him all over the place. And he started with just that little bit of an anchor. And that's how powerful it can change your whole world. So I just wanted to give you that little bit of advice, a little bit about anchoring. So the next time when I talk about, anchor that, or finger and thumb together, you can remember and choose yours. So they've always got to be the same, by the way. So if we're anchoring, I've got a lovely one for peripheral vision, and it's just in that finger there. And as I do that, my vision opens up. And if I want to be still, little finger, I come down. That's right. That's all you do. And that's what it is. So I hope you enjoyed that. Little bit of teaching class, and that's what we want to give you. But remember, if there's anything you want to know, any process you'd like to have me discuss, or even if I don't know it, I'll go and find it, I'll model it, or we will create something for you. Because when we create it for you, we'll be creating it for everyone. You ask a question, it's a question on everyone's behalf in this lovely community of the personal development unplugged kind. So enjoy your day, enjoy every heartbeat, have more fun than you can stand as usual, and I'll see you in my mind's eye in the forthcoming podcasts. Hope you enjoy this newsletter, and if you want more, you'd have to let me know. I do them very sporadically because I don't like to overwhelm you with, I don't like getting emails from everybody every day, every week. But if you'd like more, maybe this kind, who knows? You know the email, feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. So I'll see you. Enjoy, my friend. Bye now.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.